What's up, folks? It is your man, Jack Gill Podcast Show. What is going on tonight? Just still talking about my Cowboys. Still on a rant. Everybody's probably still on a rant. Uh, it's like I said before, man. It is the man in the mirror for this team. Each individual has to look in the mirror to find out what in the world that they have going on in order for us to be successful. There's just no doubt about it that we are running it back. But what is the most crazy and issue that we face? What is the problem? Just watching the games this weekend, and I saw teams moving up and down the field on each other. Everybody's competing, everybody's out there hitting and sticking and playing, whether you were the home team or the visiting team. But for me, what is the issue with a Cowboy team? I am still mystified or mesmerized about why we have not done anything to solve our problem. We've been fighting this battle, the battle of being a good team, never been able to get over the hump. And it's been one of those deals for me for 28 years. Something has to give, something has to go right. What is it? I really think, and I'm going to say it again, I think we really need to move on from Mike McCarthy. We have to bring in a stud. And what I mean by a stud, a Bill Belichick or someone that's going to reel this team in and make it do what it do, right? Make it get over the hump. That's either here or there because we have understood that Mike McCarthy will be coming back. But, and also the needs that we need. We need some D tackles. We need some linebackers. We need another number 2 receiver, whether we go get him in the draft or we have to bring in a guy. Not just a guy, but a guy, him. We have to bring him in to go along with the other him we have, CD Lamb. We have to go out and get a young, quick running back. A hybrid, run between the tackles just as well as he can run outside the tackles to complement a Tony Pollard. We all know Tony Pollard's not going nowhere. I don't think anyone's going to pick him up. And I may be wrong. He might go somewhere else and shine. But we need to go to the draft, look heavily and strongly for some skilled players. You can always draft your offensive lineman in the middle part of the round. One thing I think the line played pretty well. I just think we have to set ourselves up for the future a year or two down the line with a Tyron Smith and a Zach Martin. Everyone keeps talking about Tyron Smith and Steele and Biotish, but Zach Martin was getting whipped too, guys. Every time Tony Pollard ran the ball on the right side, he's getting whipped. Biotish, man, and Zach Martin's, man, has just been in the backfield all day long on the right side, along with Terrence Steele's, man. We could not run the ball at all on the right side. If we ran the ball on the right side, it had to be a miracle. Maybe Zach went back 5 years and made a good block. As the time went on in this last season, our offensive line was atrocious. The only good thing they was good for was pass blocking, and Dak had to make miracles with that most of the time. You see the difference when everyone, even around the league, even other coaches, I guess you could say, or other analysts, the NFL analysts that's out there, sports analysts rather, even content creators that talk about the Dallas Cowboys every day. We're talking about being able to run the football when the time gets rough, which is the playoffs. To be able to settle your team down. It's just not ran back and throwing. And I said it before and I said it all year. If you asking Dak Prescott to throw the football 45 times a game, you are waiting on some kind of inhibitors to happen. And it's not only Dak, it's all other quarterbacks as well. You can't ask a quarterback just throw. Not today's football, because these young men are much faster and much smarter. They actually study what you do best. They take it away. These coaches are more smarter and brighter than what they're doing. They are studying to become something. It's a money grab now. If I'm a coordinator, if I could stop the Dallas Cowboys, I got a job as a head coach somewhere in this league. If I could stop the San Francisco 49ers, I got a head coaching job somewhere in this league. It's all about the money grab. So these young men are sitting down and grinding. They watching your tendencies. They know if you take 2 steps left, you going on a quick slant or you going a quick out. They know these things. But we need more than one difference makers on our offense. You take away CeeDee Lamb, now you're asking Brandon Cooks to get open. You take away those 2 guys, now you're asking that Jay Ferguson just be dominant, and which he could be, but we have to look for him. We never got the running game going because we didn't care about a running game. But we have to go on this draft to load up. Jerry Jones, you have to spend the money. You have to spend the money, buddy. Time, every day you wake up, I wake up, we're getting older. You have to spend the money. Maybe we were not as talented as everyone thought we were. Maybe we were getting by on jumping out ahead of everyone and running away with it. Maybe that was the case. Maybe we don't have that talented secondary like I thought we did. We definitely don't have that talented linebacker group. Yeah, we could stand in a shootout with someone, but then again, there you go. You're asking Dak Prescott to throw the ball 45 times a game, and that's not going to work, folks. Now, I'm not saying that he's not capable of throwing the ball 45 times a game without any inhibitors, but we just know the Dallas Cowboys. No disrespect to you, Dak, but we just know the Dallas Cowboys. A bounce here and there, and we in the win. But we have to get better. Coaching. Players thinking outside of the box. Doesn't have to be run scheme-wise. Sometimes your football instincts have to take over. You have to study. You have to see what's going on. It's just not coming to practice and listen to what the coach is telling you. Then you go home and do all kinds of shit. And I'm not telling you what you can't do at your home, but it's football. Millions of dollars are in your pocket. That's a job. And if you're not doing your job, then it shows up. Then you earn the right to get critiqued. Then you earn the right to get criticized. You earn the right to be talked about when you're not doing your job. And maybe we were not as talented as everyone thought we were. Unreal. You win 12 games 3 years in a row, and you never make it to a championship game. You cannot make this stuff up. Unbelievable. Well, folks, that's been my rant. I got probably 1 or 2 more rants would it be for this final weekend of the division round games. I will get another video out tomorrow. Please like, share, and subscribe to this content. Help a brother out. And I'm just trying to keep it going because I'm still upset. I am still heartbroken behind that loss. I never usually rant. I take it and go on. But I was just like all other Cowboy fans. I drunk the Kool-Aid. I usually don't get this, upset about the Cowboys losing because I've been dealing with it since 1972. Now, you just don't get upset, especially these days, because I know everybody's more smarter, stronger, and faster. So I don't fault them as much because they put their pants on just like they do. And I do understand that. But somewhere down the line, we have to have different levels. Defensively, offensively. You just can't have Dak Prescott carrying us through the promised land. I mean, not that he can't, but you ask him for inhibitors. You ask him for failures. Folks, that's been my time. This is your man, Jack Gill. Jack Gill Podcast Show. Remember, don't let anyone tell you that you cannot succeed. You first must love yourself before anyone else can love you. Go Cowboys.